Hey YouTube, welcome to another ARCADE1UP video. In this DIY video, I'm going to show you how you can take one of the ARCADE1UP Street Fighter cabinets and modify it to play not only the 3 games it comes with, but play over 7,000 of your retro favorite games. This cabinet came out November and October of last year for the holiday seasons, and it has to be one of the hottest selling items for modifiers on YouTube that I follow. Now you might be asking yourself, what's the difference between your ARCADE1UP videos and everyone else's on YouTube? Well, yes, you guessed it, I'm short. And this cabinet stands at 4 feet tall, making it easy and very light and small for any place in your home, for any man cave or any guru hard playing video gamer. Now, this is going to be my 3rd cabinet that I build, and this time I plan to take steps and videos of what I did to modify it. And I hope you enjoy the video. Please leave a like, subscribe, and a comment, and let me know what you think of the video. Okay, so I didn't want to bore you with taking everything out of the boxes, but I did lay everything out on the floor so you can see. Each part has a letter either on the inside or the outside, representing a step in the manual. You got the manual over here. You got the hardware. You got some hardware here for the control panel. This is the control panel. You got your monitor. You want to keep your plastic over the monitor as long as you can as you're building this so nothing happens. You have your 2 side panels. You have your kick plate over here. You have your inside panels or boards. You have your marquee, which I should have leaned it over, but it's right there. And you have the top plate up here. So what I'm going to do, and like I said, all you need is a screwdriver. If you can see, this is a regular Phillips screwdriver, which I got free at Harbor Freight because I get the coupons. If you get the coupons, you buy an item, 20% off, you get a screwdriver for free. I probably got like 3 or 4 of these laying all over the house. But I'm going to fast forward this part of the video and put this together. You will see me in and out of camera shot, climbing in and out of the chair so that I could build this a little better. There are some steps that I'm going to require me to be on a wheelchair. But for now, I'm going to throw myself on the floor and open up the manual and the hardware and give myself a nice little space to work around and get started. I'll put the control panel along the side over here. The monitor we don't need as of now. We can put that aside, giving us a little space in the middle. We'll move that over. Hardware for the control panels we don't need. The joysticks. Let's open up this manual. Razor blade over here. There's also a video on ARCADE1UP's website that has step-by-step instructions. I did that with the first arcade cabinet, but I really don't want to be looking at the monitor all this time. I just use the book 1, 2, 3 and let's get started. Alright, we're looking for G, which is the bottom panel right here. Let me remove all the hardware, organize it, get it prepared. You got your power supply right here. We have your extension for your power supply. A couple of zip ties and mounts if you want to mount it against the wall so it doesn't tip over. We don't need that. These are your these right here. I should have a layout of all the parts here. This is called, does it have a name? Yes, it does. These are your clamps for your monitors, I guess. Part of your hardware. You got some screws. They're also alphabetized. You got D there. You got B here. You got D, B, C. A, B, C, D. Guess we gotta put it in order, I guess. You got some pegs here. This is your A. And we got a couple of extra spare parts. So we'll put that along the side just in case I lose something, which I normally don't. Alright, let's begin with G again. Requiring 4 A pegs. Let's cut this open. Pegs, wooden pegs, and the instruction calls for us to put the line, the in-groove line down, and we're going to put these 4 pegs in the inner holes, not the outer holes. So we push that in, this one, inner hole here, that's 2, let's turn it around, inner hole there. Now I see why they don't want them on the outer holes. That's where the screws go. Got the screw peg. Like I said, this is just like IKEA furniture. So it's pretty simple, easy to do. Shouldn't take you no more than an hour, me probably a little longer, bouncing back and forth. Alright, we're going to require a side panel, D. I'm going to have to make myself a little more space here. Also, we're going to need 2 B screws. Let's get B open so we can have that ready. These are the 2 long screws. Just going to use it to put the panel, screw it against the panel. Let's make a little space here. If you see my ass a lot, sorry, this is the way I move around on the floor. But don't get discouraged. Like I said, anybody can do this, even I. This is my 3rd cabinet. And I've done a couple of them with ease. The only hard part about building these is the camera. Trying not to stutter over your words and trying to make sure you get every shot. What letter is this? This is E. So we're not going to need this one now. Let's keep it right side up so the graphic does not get messed up. This is B, the one we need. From the plastic. Plastic out. Okay, I'm going to have to stand this up with the line groove down, if I recall correctly. We have D, and the line groove has to go down this way. If I recall correctly, this will be able to put the back panel in its place, that groove. Let's get that in there. There you go. Stay in place, just like a puzzle. Let's get the screws and the screwdriver. Trusty IKEA screwdriver. Let's use the fatter end of the Phillip. And you don't want to over tighten these. Like I said, this is IKEA furniture. You don't require super tightness. You know, you just want to put it together and be able to have a nice secure fit. Now, most of these parts that I'm putting together, I may have to take apart again for the modifications, but we are going to put it all together so that you can see what it looks like fully assembled. See, I'm using my left hand. It's my weakest hand. Kind of know by the tension of the screw how far to tighten. You know, that way I know that it's not over tighten. If I were to use my right hand, I'd probably do over tighten it. Don't want to do that. I will showcase my own personal cabinet as well as my wife's cabinet. She has the Pac-Man. I also have a Street Fighter cabinet, but mine's a little more modified and the skin has been added to it and stuff like that. I will be adding skin to this one. And we'll save that for the future videos and see what we're going to do with that. Now we need to put together the 3 panels that are going to hold the two pieces together. We're going to need to put the wood. We need about 12 pieces, and they also go on this time they go on the outside of each panel. So we got 4 on each panel. And they go in. 4, 2 in here. And we got 4 on one right there. On the letter K. Take 4 more. We got letter L on the outside. That one slid in real easy. Gotta be careful these don't fall out. That's letter L, and another K panel. Requires 4 pegs. And 4 pegs here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next page. Now we're going to put these on the inside as well as glue them in place. So we have K is going to go in over here. K will be down here. Is it down here? K will go in the bottom, L will go on the top. So we got K here. That. We got L on top. I'm gonna have to turn this around and do this again. So let me take that out. Rotate it, make it easier for myself so that I can reach where I gotta go. Do it this way. See, that's another, like I said, this was the reason why I picked the room to do it in, because I do a lot of dragging around, and it's best to do it on the rug so that nothing gets scratched up or messed up. We're going to need another B screw. Put one in here. Put it in place. Screw that in. Now I'm using my right hand, so I need to be careful and cautious not to over tighten. Just feel it out and let it just tighten lightly, not too much, too aggressively. Okay, we'll go in the lower area. A little harder to reach. Got it in there. Thank God I have long arms. I'm really perceptive. I'm seeing what feeling what I see. That's it. There you go. And the other K will go in the top area, more front to the cabinet. I'm very OCD of how I'm putting these. I like to make sure the letters are visible inside and in the right direction. They probably could have stuck them anyway, any which way, but they kind of didn't. They stuck them in a way that is easy to see. And another B. I'm a little scared about this panel being held by one screw floating in the air, because any kind of misposition could cause this to crack the wood. So you want to be careful. Okay, now the next step is the monitor. And what I said before is keep the plastic on your monitor as long as you can as you're working. Let's put this plug away. I don't need this right now. And let's put the mounting ones away. I'm not going to be mounting it against the wall. And the extra spare. Throw that aside. Let's grab the monitor. Now the monitor has a plastic cover over it. As you can see, it's a plastic bag over it. And when you pull it out, there is also a plastic overlay on top of the monitor itself. I do not peel that off until I have it at least completely on the cabinet. These screens are very delicate. They scratch very easy. ARCADE1UP is really good with replacing them, but the scratch has to have come already on there before you installed it, or after you installed it and checked it and made sure. But there is also a 1-800 number you can call. There's also a plexiglass that goes over the control panel, which you need to get on ARCADE1UP to get a new one. It doesn't come with the cabinet. It should have came with the cabinet. I'll explain that later when we get to the control panel. Alright, so what you want to do is, on the monitor itself, you want to put the 4 clamps on there with the C-screws. So the F clamps, well, calling them F clamps because it's an F bag. Okay. Now for them, the F clamps right there with the 4 screws, the 4 C-screws. Again, do not over tighten these. Some of these might even dance. I like to leave these loose until I get the monitor inside the cabinet and then tighten them all at once. That way there is no problem when you put them on. There you go. Going down as screw them in as much as you can before it starts not moving. Let it move a little. Like I said, leave it loose a little bit, and then when you have it inside the cabinet, you can tighten it up, because they do need to be put in the other way. There you go, see? It's a little dancey right there. It's a little loose. I leave it like that for now, so I get all of them on there and this monitor in the cabinet. It does help to have a magnetizer for your screwdriver so that your screw stays in place while you're using your other hand to hold the clamp in place. Sorry, I'm out of shot here. Just tightening these clamps in. Now these require 8 screws for the first side of the clamps, and then there will be 8 screws. That's not right. That's 4, 8, 12 screws for the first side. Oh, it's 8. Anyway. Yeah, 8 screws. Didn't count that right. So there you are, the 4 clamps on the monitor. Just zoom in. Missed it. Where's the control? Darn. Here's the 4 clamps. These are one of the clamps. I got 1 and 2. Okay. And then on the other side, you rotate it. You got the other 2. Okay. There you go. Zoom up. Okay. Now put the extra screws on the side for now. We're going to use them in about a minute. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so we're going to place this in the monitor, in the cabinet. We want to put the cabinet on its side without going against any other piece and scratching anything. Alright, so I'm going to take the monitor with the controller board. This is the controller board. This is where the actual game is. The Street Fighter with the three games. We're gonna change this out later on when we do a modification. But for now, we're gonna leave it as is so you can see how it works originally without any modifications. I'm gonna put this on here, nice and easy. There's a groove here. It should fall right in. Perfect. Now do not let it go because it will fall forward till you screw it down. I suggest getting a... There you go. I suggest getting somebody to help you when you do this, but as of now, I'm doing it by myself. Screwdriver. And now I'm going to tighten this up. Some people probably ask, well, why are you not using like a power tool? Because sometimes you can over thread something with a power tool. You don't want to do that. You don't want to ruin the wood. You don't want to mess anything up. This is very delicate wood. I don't want to keep emphasizing it's like IKEA, but some of it is, and you need to be nice and easy with it. You want it to last long, even though we're gonna probably take a lot of parts on and off when we modify it. But you wanna definitely be gentle with it. That I got these screws tight, I put these on tighter. I could go ahead and screw the other ones in a little more, since I got it secured to the cabinet panel, side panel. I could now tighten up the other side so that they're not dancing. Nothing super tight, just enough. There you go. There you go. Now, we need the marquee. I can show you that now. This is the Street Fighter logo marquee. Goes on the top. Some people modify this and make it light up, or they get a light up thick plexiglass. We're not going to do that for this right now, maybe in the future. As of now, we'll probably put a skin, change it out so it doesn't look so Street Fighty. But for now, like I said, we're just gonna make it as is, so you can see the original layout. Need some more wood pegs. These are gonna go on the outside. One. I think these will be the last of the wood pegs that I use, because it's the last 4, and it needs 4. Okay. Clean up later. These go on the outside. These screws in the middle this time. There you go. Put in. See what we have in there. Where we put this exactly? Right above the monitor. Which should do that. We'll take this a little. Perfect. Now there's 2 screws here that are required. These would be letter D. Where are you? Letter D. There you go. 2 screws. They screw the monitor to the marquee. Keep it a little sturdy in place. Okay. That should be good. I won't lie, I'd rather use a powered screwdriver, but I'd rather not ruin the product and just do this manually and have no issues later on. Let's get the top one in there. Already got one in. Let's see if we can get the top one going. Top one's in. Screw that in as well. Good. Nice and tight. Each panel needs to go in, slide in. That would be this one. This is the top panel from ARCADE1UP. It has the FCC statement, all the legal stuff, mumbo jumbo. That one goes right here, slides right in, drops into place. There is a groove there where it drops right in. And that's it. Perfect. hold in place once I get the top piece in there. It's not. There you go. Alright. Perfect. Now, excuse me while I get on the chair, because it requires a second panel, and I have to get on the chair to lift myself up, to lift that up. So, bear with me. Get out of shot. Okay, so I cleaned up a little bit, gave myself a little rolling space here. I'm going to put the other side panel on the top of the cabinet so that we can get it rolling. I'm going to do this nice and slowly. Don't scratch nothing up. Everything should fall right into place on each peg and every hole. Nice and easy. There you go. Perfect. Now we just gotta drop it in place. Hopefully everything will fall in place as I move around. And move it, get that in place. Okay. Over here. A little dancing game right now. Okay, maybe not. Thought it fell in place there. Feels like it's falling in place, but it doesn't. Oh, that one fell in. That fell in. Side. Check that side, this fell in. Yeah, that fell in place. This fell in place. This. Oh, that fell in place. Okay. I'm going to screw those in just so that they don't dance around. Let me get the screws. These on top, they're not full in place yet. But it doesn't matter because once we get it up in the air, standing up, we can get that in place. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's drop them in each hole. I got one here. Perfect. One here. Now is in place. I hope the monitor is in place. I will find out once I finish screwing all this stuff in. Usually bottom, for sure. It. Looks like the foot piece here just come off. Back in. Guess we do need a hammer. Two more V-screws on the top here. I'm not going to tighten them all the way yet. I want to stand it up and make sure the monitor is in place. Just hand tighten them up for a little bit so that they're in its place. Maybe a little bit with the screwdriver. There you go. Go. Let's see how we're looking at with the instructions. Yep, time to stand it up. So let's stand this up. Get everything tightened up tight. Now remember, there's a screw missing on the other side, so we have to get that rolling. Let me adjust the camera so you can see it at a standing position. There you go. Maybe wondering what's behind that Mario blanket, but we will not be looking at that one just yet. That'd be for another video. Okay, something behind. Just a little gap in here. You have to loosen those screws. Just a little bit. Loosen those up a little. Okay. Alright. Just a little bit. Make sure that monitor is in there, right? It's in on this side. So it doesn't feel like it's in on that side. There you go. It's in there now. Tighten that up. Come on, buddy. Don't give me trouble. Get that monitor in there. And that groove as it's in there tightly. side out. Now I have the worst eyesight for lighting. So I'm going to I'm going to pause the video for a second. So I got my nifty little flashlight. Helps me see better inside there. Making sure everything's in the grooves where it's supposed to be. And tightening up these last clamps that I need to tighten. So let's get those little screws. Make sure the panel up here is in there right. Okay. Last 4 screws. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the last 4 screws in here. Hopefully they're magnetized, they don't fall while I'm doing this. They're not meeting the hole. Let's see what's going on. I think it's in there, right? Yeah, it's in there, right? It's in there, right? Just gotta see where the hole is. Not seeing the holes on the panel. Ouch. Just a little, so I can get it to work over here. Alright, hold on. That's gonna be a little hard. Got it. That's why I say don't tighten them all up yet. Leave them loose. Because you never know what's going to give you a problem. You got to loosen them up again and tighten them up again, loosen them up. Just leave it loose as best as you can. I'll leave those for later. I'm going to loosen these up a little more so I can have some play. that's it for that. And now, to put the last missing screw on the side over here. Check everything else. Make sure you finish tightening all this. Perfect. 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 Okie dokie. Now we need to put the last screw that was missing on the other side. That's deep. That's C. That's garbage. You should have 4 B screws left over, which we do have, and that would be for the control panel. Let's see what we got next. We're going to put the kick plates and the panel, the front panel, on here, right there. The front, we need the kick plate and the front panel. Let's get those. Like I said, I'm putting it together so you can see what the original cabinet is supposed to look like. This is the kick plate, has the Street Fighter logo. I will be changing this out. I want to keep the original kick plate untouched. I learned after doing 2 other ones that it was best not to touch those. If I do decide to keep the original on here, I might turn it around so I don't ruin the original graphic, and whatever skin we put on it, we'll put it on the other side because it's just as good of a quality on the other side as it is on this side. So I could put a skin on this side and not ruin the original Street Fighter logo and keep that original. Now we have the front panel, which I probably will replace completely because we have to do some modifications here. We're going to add the amplifier and the 2 extra buttons, actually 4 extra buttons here. This goes at an angle, giving it a nice look there. You're good to go. So far so good. Let me back up a little. Let me back it up a little so you can see. Perfect. That's it so far. Now we're going to go to the controller. No, is it? No, it's time to remove the screen. No, let's not do that. Let's do the controller panel. Like I said, I like to leave the screen on until the end, so that I don't hit it by accident with the controller panel. This is the controller panel. The balls are missing. They're there. We are also going to modify this, and that'll be at a future video. The thing about these controller panels, the coloring and the painting do wear off after a long time of gameplay and usage. I don't know if because I bought this cabinet yesterday that they redid it, but they do give you a free plexiglass when you jump on their website. Show them a copy of your receipt, and they'll send you out a brand new plexiglass with a new painted art, which I showcase in as soon as it gets here in another video, and it'll cover and protect this for as long as you own the machine. But for now, we're going to put this on there. Okay, We're going to put it on there for now. Not screw it down yet. You have to rotate the game system, the arcade cabinet. There is a wire in the back that needs to come down, which is the IDE cable for the controller panel. Right there. There's that little piece of tape there. It's an IDE cable, it looks like an old computer IDE cable. What you want to do is loosen it up there, rotate the cabinet back. Okay. Lift up the control panel, grab that IDE cable. There is a notch on the cable itself. There's a notch on the connection itself, so what you want to do is you want to put it in. The way it goes is very difficult because it's very short. Move it up a little more. Okay, let's do this. Let's stand it up sideways like this. There you go. I like to take this off. Makes it easier. You grab this cable and just rotate this. Let's get some light in there. Rotate this all the way so that it falls in a good position to go right on the controller panel. Push it in. It's connected. Boom. You're connected. You can put back your panel in with your letter inside, your letter sticker. Let you know what piece it was. Put it inside. Don't show it off. Now you can rotate your control panel and boom, it looks ready to go. Now what I want to do is I want to put in the control balls, the joystick balls of the two. We might modify these, we're not sure yet. We might modify these, I'm not sure yet. Might change them out, as a matter of fact. When we do the buttons, we definitely gotta change out the sticks. We don't know if we're gonna keep the actual joystick balls. You got the dust covers. You wanna put the groovy side up, drop them on there, and thread in the joysticks. Good to hold the stick while you're doing it with one hand. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. So turn it to the right, it's tightening up. Not going to super tighten these because I don't know if we're going to change them out yet. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. And there we go, it's in there. That's in. Okay. Gonna remove the controller board a little bit so I can get a corner of the plastic of the screen so that I can remove it. The protective film. I really don't want to, but I might as well. It's the only way I can show you the gameplay. Okay. Plastic will get stuck behind this tube. You don't have to take it out as much as you can. There you go. I'm seeing scratches already. I'm seeing hairline scratches on the monitor already, but if you bring it up with ARCADE1UP, they're very picky on their scratches. They need like real cat scratches. But, you know, you don't want to spend so much money on a product and get any kind of scratches, whether it's hairline scratches or not. You know, you don't want to see any of that. So let's play it by ears. Let's play it by eye and see what we finish up. So we got the controller panel in. Okay. What I want to do right now is I want to plug it in and see if it works before I close out the back. So let's get the power plug. Plug it in. Test it out. Test it out. Okay. Twist tie here. I'm gonna wrap these back up when I'm done. Just gotta test the product, make sure it's working good. This is an extension to the power adapter. Let me show you. This is the power adapter. There's an extension, connect the two together, and gives you more length. It comes through the back panel. There's a lot of twist ties on this. Alright, let's test this out. Should be able to see. Here. There you go. Power connected. Let's flick it on. We haven't screwed that down yet, so let's just test it out, see if it works. Nice. Nice. Got it working. We have 3 games that it comes standard with. Street Fighter Championship Edition, Street Fighter 2 New Challengers, and Street Fighter Turbo. Let me zoom you guys in. Let's see. Okay. I'm used to the classic. Let's try the classic one. You also get instructions on how to use the controls and stuff like that. All of this will be changed out. Eventually, we will clear one. Listen to that sound. Oh, snap. Oh, here we go. Let's try Ryu. Japan. Okay, let's fight. Let's see if they fixed it. There was a little glitch in the original batch of arcade cabinets. Alright then. Let's see if they fixed it. I'm trying to get on the other side to show you. Oh, they fixed it. Okay. You got me. You beat me. Probably because I had this light on. You beat me. Let's go. I could be wrong. If you hold the player 1 button, it'll reset you back to the beginning. Back to the main menu. There was a glitch in the ARCADE1 cabinets. I don't know if they fixed it or not. I think it's Street Fighter, Super Street Fighter New Challenger, and Super Street Fighter Turbo. When your player 1 character was on the left side, on the right side facing left, you wouldn't hear the punches. You wouldn't hear any sound from the punches. Let's see if that's true. Let's see if that's true. I'm going to play 2 players so I can test my theory. Let's do the famous Ryu and Ken fight.
Round 1, fight.
You can barely hear it now. The punches. See? You can hear Ken's punches. You can't hear Ryu's punches. Now if you put Ryu on the other side, you can hear his punches. You can't hear Ken's punches. It's a little weird glitch, but I don't know. It's probably I know it was explained by Mad Little Pixel that the sound on this only comes in mono, not stereo. So that's probably why. But we're going to be changing out the speakers. We're going to be adding an amp. We're going to get sound from both sides. We're going to be adding a Retro Pi, a Raspberry Pi. We're going to put that in there. We're going to modify it. Well, this is the Street Fighter cabinet. I haven't put the back panel because there's no need for it. I do plan to take it apart again. This has been my DIY video, and I hope you enjoy it. Please leave a like, a comment under the video, subscribe, share, and let me know what you thought. Street Fighter, ARCADE1UP, a good thing, best product. Thank you.